Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. This video is a follow-up to my last video about Kanye West calling for multiracial women only to participate in his modeling show. So recently there have been some videos and photographs released from Kanye West season 4. And people are presenting these photos to say, well, this was a diverse cast. You had black women of various complexions. And they're trying to say that Kanye West essentially was not discriminating against black women. They're trying to say that there was no racism involved. And they're trying to essentially exonerate Kanye West by saying there was no harm, no foul, basically. And Kanye West, in an interview with Vogue magazine, he explained his rationale behind calling for multiracial women only. This is what he said. He said, "How do you word the idea that you want all variations of black?" He also talked about how 10,000 people showed up and they didn't have a problem with the call for multiracial women only. And again, all these articles that I came across were making a big deal about how diverse the cast was because there were black women of different complexions and all that kind of stuff. So the first thing I want to address is Kanye West's rationale behind calling for multiracial women only. I think his rationale is weak. I think it's disingenuous. And I don't think it's credible. Because if this brother really wanted black women of all complexions, all he had to do was call for black women to participate in this casting call. That alone would have brought a diversity of complexions because black people are diverse people. We have black women of all different complexions, different hair textures, different sizes and shapes. So if he simply put out a casting call for black women, he would have got the diversity that he claims to have sought. So I don't buy that explanation. I think it's weak. And I think really what you have, as I said in the other video, is you have another one of these black men who are color struck, who believe in colorism, who put a premium on white people and put a premium on light people. And Kanye West admitted this years ago. He said that if it wasn't for race mixing, there would be no video girls. And he talked about how him and his friends like quote unquote mutts. Like quote unquote mutts. There would be no video girls if there wasn't race mixing. That's basically saying that only light, biracial women are worthy to be in these videos, these music videos. And this is nothing new. Ever since they had music videos for rap, most of the models featured in those videos were light women. So Kanye West, his explanation is weak. And frankly, I wonder if the complexion of the casting changed because of all the controversy surrounding his casting call. I wonder if you would have dark women participating in that modeling call if it wasn't for that controversy. That's something to ponder. Also, I want to address like this statement that some people have made. They say, well, he wasn't just discriminating against black women. He was discriminating against white women and Asian women and all that kind of stuff. These people try to put black women and all these other races of women in the same category by saying, well, he just wanted multiracial women and not black women or white women and Asian women as if they were on the same level playing field in terms of how people perceive different races of women. The fact of the matter is, too often black women are disrespected. Too often black women are cast aside. Too often black women don't receive the kind of love and affection and attention from the larger society than these other groups of women. So let's not pretend like a call from a black man for multiracial women only doesn't have a greater and more direct impact on black women, especially since the casting call came from a black man who is married to a white woman, who is a part of an industry that disrespects black women, who is a part of an industry that marginalizes black women and negates black women's beauty and elevates light and white women. So let's not pretend like that's not the case. So those are just some of my thoughts on this issue. Tell me what you think. Are you convinced that Kanye West wasn't trying to discriminate against his own women? And again, I also want to point out something else. Um, a reporter posed as a model. She pretended like she was going to this casting call. And she noted that most of the people who showed up were light brown women. And it's not a coincidence. Kanye West knew damn well what he meant when he talked about multiracial women only. He knew what he was expecting. He was expecting to see a lot of light women. And frankly, that's what he got. And I'm glad that there were um, different black women of different complexions because I think that all black women are beautiful. Blackness is beautiful. So I'm glad that it turned out that way, that there were different complexions represented. But I'm not deceived. You know, I see right through Kanye West and his charade, and I hope you do too. Peace.